I don't know how to break this tragic news to you, so I'm just going to say it. There's too much renewable energy in Spain. I know, it's awful, isn't it? There's too much sun, too much wind, but it gets worse though. Loads of homes and businesses are now energy independent. They just capture free energy from the sunshine with the solar panels and don't need to rely on the fossil fuel industry. Poor little fossil fuel industry. If only there was a way to spread fear and despair about clean renewable energy. Oh, it's alright, the BBC are all over this. Check this out. Spain sparks fears of energy industry crisis as renewable supply exceeds demand. I cannot believe what the BBC has become. I'm pretty sure it now stands for Broadcasting Corporation. Only the dying mainstream media could turn the positives of Spain having too much clean renewable energy into a negative. Just listen to this.
Now to Spain, which has become one of Europe's prime renewable energy hotspots with a sharp increase in the installation of solar and wind generators over the last few years. However, despite the successful move towards green energy sources, electricity consumption has been dropping, which has triggered concern this could lead to a crisis in the industry.
Hang on a minute, people are using less electricity, yet somehow that's going to be a crisis for the industry? This sounds bad. This sounds very bad.
Guy Hedgecoe has more from Spain.
On the sun-soaked plains of central Spain, solar farms are a common sight. A boom in renewable energy over the last half-decade has made the country one of Europe's top generators of green electricity. Renewable sources represented half of the country's total electricity generation last year. Spain aims to ensure they cover more than 80% of its electricity needs by 2030.
This boom started practically in parallel with the change of government. The Socialist Party, from the first moment, gave this confidence to the market. At the same time, they introduced ambitious targets for 2030.
The Spanish economy is growing faster than those of Europe's other main players. That should mean an increase in electricity demand. And yet, consumption of electricity in Spain last year was at its lowest since 2003. This is partly because of energy efficiency measures, as well as an EU drive to cut energy use in the wake of the Russian invasion of Ukraine.
You heard that right. More efficient use of electricity thanks to energy-efficient devices. Yet somehow that sentence was delivered with all the negativity of a depressed slug.
Also, the expansion of renewable generation in homes and businesses has further cut dependence on the national grid.
That's a good thing. Spaniards are becoming more self-sufficient. They are becoming energy independent, creating their own energy rather than relying on the fossil fuel industry. This should be celebrated. What is wrong with this?
It can be worrisome for generators, especially when this decrease in demand, along with a high increase in renewables, means that power prices decrease quite a bit, which is something that, of course, they need to take into account in their project.
The concern is that these low energy prices, while good for consumers, could deter investment.
Now we're getting somewhere. Industries and corporations and those that invest in them won't be able to profiteer from poor people that need electricity anymore. Got it.
One way of preventing this imbalance is to move further away from traditional fuels. Despite Spain's relative success in making the green transition, much of the economy still depends on fossil fuels. Becoming more reliant on electricity, the so-called electrification of the economy, is seen as a way of securing cleaner energy, but also of increasing the demand for the generation of electricity.
I want to play that clip again because I can't for the life of me figure out what he's trying to say at the end there. And while I replay it, just note the bizarre camera angle, possibly there to just induce anxiety. What do you think?
Despite Spain's relative success in making the green transition, much of the economy still depends on fossil fuels. Becoming more reliant on electricity, the so-called electrification of the economy, is seen as a way of securing cleaner energy, but also of increasing the demand for the generation of electricity.
What?
It's seen as a way of securing cleaner energy, but also of increasing the demand for the generation of electricity. The government target is for a third of the Spanish economy to be electrified in the next 5 years.
Of course, there are solutions for this. One is more electrification, but on the other side, we need to engage more people and more industries in demand-side management to make sure that the flexibility needed in the system is out there, so to make generation and demand matching better during the day, during the night.
As Spain pushes on with its transition to a green economy, one of its biggest challenges is to ensure that demand for electricity keeps up with what is a plentiful supply.
Well, I've just got some back-of-the-napkin ideas for you of how you can get through your electricity. Firstly, you might want to export your excess energy to neighbouring countries, and make some money. That's a good idea. Next, you could lower the electricity prices even further to stoke demand so people can use more energy for even cheaper and use up that lovely sunshine juice. Could demand management be improved if Spain invested in utility-scale battery storage projects to stabilise the national grid? Oh, and here's a good one. Just tweak the knob of fossil fuel electricity generation down a bit and rely on more of the tragic fact that you have too much sun. What about covering Spain with data centres? 3% of global electricity consumption is used by data centres, emitting as much CO2 as Brazil. Increasing energy requirements show no signs of slowing down either. Meta, Google, Microsoft, Amazon, XAI are all rapidly racing towards an enormous power consumption future, and data centres' energy demands are expected to double by 2030. Give them a bell, Spain, call Elon, tempt them in with cheap power, and they might just help you get through some of it.
Guy Hedgecoe, BBC News, Spain.
The BBC knows only too well that words like fear and crisis stimulate more clicks. I get it, my thumbnails play that delicate game too, not grabby enough, no one clicks it. Pop holy bleep on it and it takes off like a starship, well in my case like a new shepherd. The point being, it's beyond tragic and so frustrating that the corporate media prioritise the decline of harmful corporations over the improvement of human lives and the health of our planet. That's what's going on here, and it's gross. Spinning this story into a dark, negative, fear-inducing report should hopefully wake people up to the brain-numbing, spirit-crushing garbage that is spouting out of mainstream media in 2024. They do not have our best interests at heart. They are mouthpieces for the government and corporations. This BBC report has so blatantly reversed the truth to make it seem bad, in the same way that electric cars bad, Elon Musk bad, yet the fossil fuel industry is just dandy. Here's the version we should have heard. Great news, humans of Earth. Spain has an energy problem, but it's not what you think. They've invested too much into renewable energy, whilst at the same time reducing their energy consumption thanks to using way more energy efficient products. Wow! But the good news doesn't stop there. Spaniards are being more self-sufficient by transforming their homes and businesses into mini power generators thanks to solar and battery storage, and have become energy independent. No need for so many fossil fuels anymore. Hooray! Congratulations, Spain. What an amazing, inspirational story. Let's hope more countries follow your lead and invest in clean renewable energy, as well as benefit from cheaper electricity and cleaner air to breathe, of course. Oh, I need a holiday. Thanks, Patrons. Thanks for watching. I'm going to the beach. I'm fed up. BBC, stupid news, just utter garbage. Stupid, junky